Hello and welcome back to the Publishing a Tabletop RPG series. I am, of course, your host, Adam Bell, and I am publishing my game, the Locked Room Murder Mystery Game. This video series is all about me working through the bulk of this list besides the game design and writing column. So there will be videos on me doing product design, marketing, logistics, and website stuff. And this week, unfortunately for me, this week is website week. This is sort of what I have stumbled into for the week, is doing websites. And making a website is not something that I would say is required by any means for publishing a tabletop RPG. But for me personally, right now in my, this stage of my life and job and whatever, I'm trying to turn my game design thing a little bit more professional, a little less obvious that it's some clown, in his game room shipping you games. Not that there's a problem with that, but I need to make money because I can't find a job. That's the way it is. And this is what I have, and if I could do it with this, that'd be great. And that means I got to get better at the marketing column, and part of the marketing column that matches with my skill set is having some kind of website, something that I can present, that people can find, that people can go to and find my stuff. So I say it's website week, and it's because I want to make one specifically for the Locked Room. It's probably going to be lockedroomgame.com, where you can go and get info about the game. You can download some stuff that you need. You can get play sets there. Like the dream would be all of the play sets that are in the main book are on there, and then also some supplemental ones, and maybe people can submit some. Maybe I have some sort of submission form where, like, oh, I wrote this play set and I want to share it with the world. It can go there, either live on the site or just a link to, a paid play set if somebody wants to charge for what they're doing. That's the goal. And I had just also made a website. This is what I hyper focused on this yesterday. I made a new website for my personal publishing with everything on there, using basically the same set of skills that I'll be using for the Locked Room game. So I thought it might be a nice place to start. Maybe this is going to be a little bit more technical, a little less specific about games, but a little bit more about how I specifically make my websites, because I've made a couple in the past. This is not the first AdamBell.games. It's probably not the last. The previous one, it broke, and so I gave up on it and just went to my Big Cartel page where, hey, you can go buy my games. So here's what we have with AdamBell.games is just like a brief overview, which I would like to, rewrite, and then just like an overview of all of my like mainline published games that you can buy physical copies of online. So this is nice. So now anytime somebody, hopefully this gets indexed to Google or whatever, I'm working on all that, but anytime somebody's looking for my stuff or searches up one of my things, they should hopefully land here, and then they know that they can either get it on itch, and it has a link to the itch page where you can download stuff, or they can get it and it has a link to my web store where you can buy it directly from me and I can ship it to you. So this also has this downloads page, so anytime you want like the character sheet for No Stone Unturned, or maybe you need a copy of The Wheel from Grasping Nettles, instead of trying to hunt down an itch page, check if you have a key, grab a community copy, that kind of thing. Now you could just come here and get it. And that is sort of what I'm trying to do, is centralize everything, both for my game's imprint as a whole, and then also specifically for this upcoming game, which I hope will be bigger than anything I have done so far. That's like the hope, the goal, the dream, is I finally made a game that I know how to pitch and that is probably broadly appealing to people. And so I would like to capitalize on that, because it might never happen again. I might go back to making, goofy stuff for me. This is also for me. It just happens to intersect with a more normal thing. So yeah, this is where I am so far on the version for the Locked Room. This will end up being lockedroomgame.com. It's not live yet. It's just hosted on my machine. We'll get into that in a second. But the idea is I want to have a link right to the Kickstarter, so that anybody that lands on that will find it and go to the Kickstarter, and then I can change that link to, oh, here's where you buy it, whenever that's a thing. Scroll down, we're getting, and this is all work in progress, but just quick pitch of the game. Here's the deal. In the Locked Room Murder Mystery game, you'll tell a story of mystery, murder, rumors, and disgrace. Collaboratively create a bunch of characters, mix them up in a situation ripe for murder, and revel in the detective's investigation. Once a culprit is finally revealed, comb through the journal of clues to make sense of this impossible crime. And then, nice little checklist. GMless gameplay makes each player an equal author. Board game-inspired rules provide surprises at every turn. Players take turns advancing the story chapter by chapter. Plays great solo with a large group and anywhere in between. And then infinite replayability thanks to player-driven character creation. And then we'll have a link here to the quick start, which I'm hoping will be like a little worksheet so you can basically play a snapshot of the game. Obviously, it doesn't work. It's not a real thing that I've made yet. And then scrolling down, we'll have a picture for the Locked Room case files. These are the play sets, right? So website, it just says the base game comes with 4 case files, each of which are also available on this site. More playsets are available in the Locked Room Case Files Volume 1 or published by other authors online. Each case file brings the following to your game. A setting and starting situation to get you started, 20 potential character descriptions, 20 potential character relationships, 20 potential character traits, 25 potential crime scene clues, and a unique cause of death table. And then it'll say, hey, check out the case files. Another dead link at the moment. That's what I'm going to be maybe working on for the back of this video. And then it keeps going. I think I'm actually moving this bit. Phases of the game. Well, maybe this part stays. Let's see. It's been like a week since I've worked on this. Phase of the game. The Locked Room Murder Mystery game follows a set structure each time you play. The game walks you through a series of phases, each with their own goals and rules. First, we meet the suspects by creating a web of characters out of the details from the chosen case file. Then, the story begins, with a series of chapters leading up to the murder where our suspects leave behind tantalizing clues. Then the murder occurs, and we get a rash of new clues from the crime scene. The detective arrives and begins the investigation, searching for answers between suspects and clues. Finally, all is revealed during the summation, where the culprit is determined and secrets are spilled. So yeah, meet the suspects, the story begins, the murder, the investigation, and the summation. Those are the phases of the game. So that's sort of the idea here, and then we can have like a nice sort of flow chart going on the image next to it. Yeah, and then at the bottom I want to have, just this scrolling list of nice things people say about the game. If you're watching and you have played with me, or you will play, shoot me a nice thing once we play, if you have it. I mean, don't lie. I would actually also like to hear if it's bad, but I don't think it is. And then at the bottom, this will be at the bottom probably of every page, back the game on Kickstarter. I need your help to make it a real thing. It's going to be a book. It's going to be cool. Yeah. I have then planned out... Oops, stop clicking on stuff that doesn't work. I've planned out like the pages that this will have. So the home page, the downloads page where you can get, all the relevant stuff that you might need to play. Maybe the playtest kit is in there. Maybe the demo. So the demo will be also something to download, but like this will probably... I guess there's no reason for it to go away. But just a quick snapshot of what the game looks like, and you can play through it there. Then we'll have the case files. So these are the 4 that are going to be included in the book. We got Murder on a Train, Death at a Podcast Convention, Huckleberry's Art Lodge, and Small Town Turmoil. Those will be good. And then finally, other pages. We'll have a press kit on here. More on that later. We'll have a how to play. We'll have more games. And then more games. This will probably just link to this site. Right, more games. Go here. Blog. I don't know what's up with this, but these website templates always have blogs, so I am always hesitant to take it out. Because what if I want it? What if I need it? What if I put these videos there? Yeah, that is the overview of what I'm trying to do. So this task, create the basic website, create the playset website, that is what's going on here. I've got a decent start on it. And then that will couple in with write Kickstarter copy. I think I have, create a press kit. Those two are going to be this, right? Once I finish writing this out, I'll basically format that for Kickstarter and get that going in there. Just to have the same information. You don't want to come and get pitched the game one way one place, a different way the other place. Like, it should be nice and seamless. Yeah, the image, still a placeholder image. That is the idea. Maybe we'll have like a video here, like a trailer, if I make a trailer, which is also... make the Kickstarter video. Yeah, that's on there. And I'll also have to determine if the full rules should be available on the website, like a SRD style, in this how to play section. That's a big maybe. That might happen. We will see. All right, so how is this website made? That is what I'm planning to show you here. So if I... don't mind the double me. So I am using... This is where it's going to get technical, so if you're interested in like weird ways to make a website for free, as long as you teach yourself JavaScript and HTML and CSS and whatever. I had to teach myself to learn how to do this crap. That's what the rest of this video is going to be. I think just talking about this and talking about how to go about doing that. So the website, both my main website and then also this one, they're what they're called static websites. It's like a way to generate a website using this big code base that you don't have to fully understand. And then you plug it into a free hosting site, whether that's just right on GitHub, or there's one called Netlify and one called Vercel, and I'm sure there are other ones that all let you host a static website for free. And those are really good for situations like this, where like this is not going to be an interactive website. Like, you're not going to be playing the game on here. It's just a collection of HTML. It's a collection of web pages with information that you might need to read, right? So it doesn't change. That's what it means by static. It's not like, I don't know. It's not dynamic. It doesn't change as the user does stuff. It just whatever. And the way that those are built, there's like 100 million different formats for that. There's 100 million different protocols. So every time I sit down to do this, I just try to look up like, oh, what's the best static website generator 2024, and then I get a new one. And because I've already forgotten, it's been years since I did one of these. I already forgot most of the specific knowledge I gained, so it's fine to just relearn it every time. The last time I did it was for Have You Played This, which was when Jeremy Gage and I were going to do a cool website about tabletop RPGs, but we burnt out. It's so hard to do that. But maybe that'll come back some other time. I don't know. I should reach out to Jeremy. Jeremy, if for some reason you're watching this, hey, how's it going? I'm going to reach out to you, and we could play a game or something. It's been a while. That's the last time I did this until yesterday, whenever I spit out this website, and so now I am getting back to doing the site. And the way it works is I use Visual Studio Code. I'm sure there's 100 different other things that you can use. Let me actually resize it slightly so you can see the top. Nope, not like that. Yeah, perfect. Now I'm peeking out from behind. So you do some GitHub crap, which I am not that good at explaining, but I mean, if you ever need help, if you're watching this, you need help with this kind of thing, you're interested in this, I'm happy to try to help you. Just don't expect me to be a good teacher, but I will try. You download this from GitHub. You like you clone a template. You find a template. You clone it. Like you see, I'm using Astro Plate because I'm using the Astro static site generator protocol, and it spits out basically all of this stuff. And you don't have to know about most of it until you start trying to customize. Basically, you have to find the pages. You have to find where the pages are stored, and then you have to find like where the CSS is if you want to change that at all, which that's usually the last part for me. I don't want to deal with it at the moment. So the way this one works is the home page was this sort of markdown file that then gets fed into some nightmare JavaScript file that I'm not going to look at or understand. That has like just these different things. So like banner, here we've got images.banner, so that's what this is here. We've got title, so if that sets the title up here, content sets the sentence, and then if there's a button, that's where you define it. And then this features block basically lets me do any number of these like back and forth, first image on left, text on right, text on right, or text on left, image on right. This goes back and forth as long as I put them in this block. So just typing it out, this is the title, here's the image, here's the content, here's the bullet points. Here's the title, here's the image, here's the... Ooh. And you'll see that should... Oh, it's not. I was going to say, you'll see that should update. Because it's running out of Visual Studio Code onto my computer, and then I can access it on my computer. Yeah, see, I messed it up here. That's all fixed. And so you can get this kind of live update and start to get a feel for what is going on. That's like, I don't know how detailed to go into in this video, but I did want to get like at least some of the terminology out there if you're interested in doing this sort of thing for your game or for your website or whatever. Static site generator, that's where you're going. Yeah, then we've got these different pages. So actually these links should work a little better now. Because I did start. No, okay. Let me double check something. Yeah, here we go. So I started doing like the case file. The case file is just like a couple of tables. So I started getting that formatted out. So we've got our suspect table here. Each card, there's 20 cards. The way that phase of the game works is you draw a card. You take turns drawing a card. You'll find, okay, I drew the two of spades. I'll choose either the description, the relationship, or the trait, and I'll slam that in. The cause of death and arrival, that will be here. The crime scene clues, that'll be there. So like this is how the case file is going to look, or at least that's what I'm working on. What else do we have? The demo, yeah, I don't have anything. I don't have anything done for the demo. Elements, how to play. Oh, I do have stuff on how to play. But I don't. It's broken. So this is the thing. It's a lot of fighting. Because it's written in here, but I guess it's not using whatever this format is. Yikes. Draft? No. Cool. Yeah, I'm going to watch this one back. I don't know if it has been all that useful. I feel like in my head I was going to start like doing the website design, but that would be a nightmare because I'm realizing even just by looking at this, like a lot of the website design is me staring blankly at the screen. And then I understand it eventually. Or me clicking around like, is this... Why, Alright, here's the table. Like, it's not all that good. So, with that said, I think I will bid you adieu. Maybe we'll take one last look at this. Let's try to think about when is the next time I'm going to make a publishing video, because I have been making the devlogs about the design, which feels wrong to do both today, but I might switch over to do some design in a second. So writing the Kickstarter copy, that's in progress. Once I get that done, yeah. If you had any thoughts about what I wrote here, that'd be great to hear. But I will be finalizing that before I officially ask for feedback. Make Kickstarter video. This will be a fun one. I've got sort of ideas floating around about making a fun video. We'll see. Promote Kickstarter. A lot of it is, the cover art is almost done. So that will make a lot of things like promoting the Kickstarter easier. Yeah, I don't know. That'll do it. Maybe I cut this end out. Thanks for watching. This has been Publishing a Tabletop RPG with Adam Bell. I look forward to our next meeting. Head to adambell.games to learn all about my cool games. Yeah, see you then.